How you doing, Steve? Through 6 games, how would you assess the synergy between Jimmy and Steph?
Yeah, it's been fun to watch. I think they really feed off each other. I think Steph definitely feels, a lot of confidence. I know he's talked about it, when he goes to the bench, and Jimmy's out there. He feels like he can, kind of rest and have faith that things are going to be all right when he comes back in. And I know, just Jimmy playing with Steph, just like everybody else who plays with Steph for the first time, is just blown away by not only the skill but everything behind the scenes. And so it's been a great fit so far.
I obviously don't know for sure when Jonathan will be back, but have you started to think about what that might look like? Is he like aiming him maybe to those minutes with Steph when Draymond and Butler are out? Does that seem about the right spot for him, at least to start?
I'm honestly not thinking about it much. We talked today, and the main thing I want for JK is to not press. When he comes back, it's not an easy spot to come back into where teams rolling. Contract stuff this summer. He's going to have a lot on his mind, and I want to make things as smooth and easy as possible, and I want him to understand that it's not going to happen right away. He was playing the best basketball of his career before the injury, and it's not going to happen the first night where he's going to get back to that level. So it'll take a little time, but he's working hard. He's doing great. He's in good spirits, so we're excited to get him back. And then, whenever that is, we'll figure out the rotation from there.
Hey, Steve. I saw you walk in and obviously take a look at the picture behind you, obviously celebrating the 10th year of that run. What goes through your head when you looked at that picture?
That was one of the greatest nights of my life, honestly. Just the surprise of winning a championship in my first year coaching. Seeing all the joy around me, all the guys, seeing everybody's families, how happy everyone was. That was a special night, and you can see it on everybody's faces. I mean, there's not many feelings like that one in life, so it's a great photo.
Hello, Coach. Joy is the first of your 4 coaching values, but how did you keep this value alive in your daily coaching, like during the tough time, like in the 19 to 20 season?
I think you have to be consistent if you're a values-based person. Those values can't be based on results. They have to be based on what you believe in and who you are. And so that's what I've always tried to instill with our team, is a sense of values. Whether we're winning or losing, we want to be joyful, we want to be competitive, we want to be compassionate to each other, and we try to have these things show up every day in practice, the way we carry ourselves, the way we communicate with each other and the people we hire. And I think that season was as difficult as it was. We were able to have a really healthy kind of daily routine where the guys did enjoy coming into work, and that I was very proud of that, despite the fact that we were losing and it was a tough season.
You say you talked to Jonathan like today?
Today, yeah. Watched some film and just kind of checked in with him, and it's a good time to do it. I mean, he's been scrimmaging the last few days and inching closer, and so I just wanted to touch base.
Film on like Jimmy minutes that, hey, this is where you could fit in, or his film?
No, more just his film, but also showing some of Jimmy's stuff, what Jimmy's doing right now, because I think he's the perfect guy for JK to emulate. What makes Jimmy special is that he doesn't try to be special. He just plays fundamental basketball, and the constant fundamental play. He never turns it over. He just makes a simple play over and over again. And I want JK to learn some of that. He's so explosive. I think it's always hardest for guys who are the most talented to make decisions because they've got too many options at their disposal. So I'm hoping that he can learn from Jimmy and that Jimmy will spend some time with him. I know he will. Jimmy's really good about that. But just understanding that, attacking the rim, nothing there, jump stop, pass the ball. That's a great basketball play, especially for us because Steph Curry's on the other end of the play a lot. And so just some basic stuff like that. And, I think, as I mentioned, J.K., before he got hurt, was the best I've ever seen him play. So he was already on a really good track, and it's just a reminder to, these are kind of the things we want.
Just status update wise on him. Has he scrimmaged the last couple of days?
Yeah, he's doing well. I mean, we won't really know until Rick, clears him to play. We don't know when that's going to be, but he scrimmaged a couple of days ago, and he said he's feeling pretty good, so all good.
Steve, as you guys have limited your turnovers the last few games, you have something like 23 steals the last 2 games. How do those really correlate both sides of the ball there? And what can you say about Jimmy's ability to really defend the passing lanes? Everyone talks about point of attack, but it seems like his IQ has really, disrupted a lot in the passing lanes.
Yeah, I mean, behind the play, he's just as good, if not better, than on the ball. And having both Jimmy and Draymond behind the play has been really effective for us. And I think it allows Draymond to roam a little bit because he knows Jimmy will be in help, and vice versa. So it's been a good tandem. And yeah, I think we're number 1 in the league in the turnover or the possession battle the last 10 games. And it's a great sign. We haven't shot it well at all the last 10 games. We're like 25th or something in three-point percentage. But we're winning games. So I'm excited for when we do start making shots. But the whole point is connecting the game, as I say all the time. Better offense leads to better defense and vice versa. And right now that's what's helping us win.
Hey, Steve, for a lot of those guys, they only won the one championship with you. Are there any who from that mix you think, man, I could use them now, or they could be with us still?
Probably Alvin Gentry, just for the. You meant players? No, that's good. Oh man, what a great group! I think Andrew Bogut was one of the most underrated players we've ever had here, and he was so great for us. The combination of his shot blocking and intelligence defensively. He and Draymond were just an incredible force behind the play defensively, and then his passing too. That team was, I believe, number 1 in the league in defense and number 2 in offense, and I mean it was a complete team. But I thought Bogues was probably the most underrated guy on the team.
You put Pajemski on Kyrie last game, and he seemed to be very proud of that. Do you see him being a guy that you're going to put on those kind of players? Has he, grown as a defender even this season that you can say, okay, let's go put him on somebody like that?
Yeah, for sure. He's competitive. He's tough. He's smart. He sticks his nose in there. He's going to be in the right place. So absolutely, we're going to put him on the toughest guys, and he wants it, and I think he's good at it.
One more question for you about the team 10 years ago. The Warriors, prior to you getting there, were a good contending team, but do you say that when this team reached the finals and won the finals, the franchise had turned a corner?
I think that clearly the team was on the rise the previous couple of years, and it was just a continuation of what was being built. The defense was fantastic. The day I got here, just we didn't have to do anything defensively really. It was just keep doing what you're doing, and I thought that was the key to the current run. This last decade was the mindset shift to defense. After so many years of trying to outscore people and putting on an entertaining show, but not really playing the kind of basketball that was going to go deep in the playoffs, and that shifted with the Bogut trade, with Mark Jackson and his emphasis on the defensive side of the ball, signing Andre. like there was a real shift towards, this is serious now. And so that team was a continuation of that.
Coach, to follow up on that, how quickly did you know that team could be one that could hoist a championship? And I know it was your first season for a lot of them, had postseason experience before, but how quickly did you know that group had something special?
Well, we started out, I think we were 21-2 or something. So it was obvious early that we were one of the best teams in the league. You never know though until you actually do it. So when we were in Memphis down 2-1 in the playoffs, second round, to me that was kind of the the moment that when we got past that, I think that's when we knew, all right, we can definitely do this. But until you get there, there's always doubts.
Have you gotten much of a scouting report on the new two-way guy, Armstrong? And what are your expectations of him and the plan for him?
He has not signed yet. It's on the injury report. Yeah, he hasn't signed yet. He doesn't sign yet. So I'd love to have a chat about it, but see the Giants a couple of years ago.
Okay. Thank you.